dear Minister Pavlenko, ladies and gentlemen, I'm particularly honored and pleased to be invited in this press conference, as compared to when we came here on the 2nd of March, exactly in the same room, to present the process of elaborating the strategy. Now we are glad to present the result of the process, which is actually this strategy. Is to be a bit updated and completed in the next few days, but this is the major document. I'm convinced that today we can see the real evidence that the initiative presented by Minister Pavlenko and Deputy Minister Rutiska at that time is unique in its sense, as is the single and comprehensive strategy for agriculture and rural development will combine vision for the agricultural sector until 2020, short-term and medium-term actions for its implementation, and the urgent daily task that the Ministry has to implement anyway. As the result of an unprecedented collaborative process among Minagro from one side and other ministries, representative of major donors, as well as an extensive consultation with wider society, the drafting process of the strategy for agriculture and rural development is almost completed. Now we need to focus on its implementation. EU and the donors community are ready to help. The strategy sets out a development plan for Ukrainian agricultural sector and rural areas for the period 2015-2020 by providing a long-term vision for the development of agriculture and rural areas, as well as offering the basis for a stable, predictable, and transparent legal framework aimed at improving the business climate, fighting corruption, and stimulating investment for the modernization of the agricultural sector. The strategy gives a grounding for the institutional reform necessary for successful follow-up and implementation. Before I conclude, I want to say a couple of words on this first phase. The EU was very keen in supporting the first phase for the elaboration of the document together with other donors, and is now already planning on how to support the second phase of this strategy, which is mostly working on the action plan for the implementation of the strategy. And I'm very glad that we can announce that officially on the website of the European Commission, a tender has been opened for a new project that we will start, hopefully, at the end of the tender in January 2016 for the institutional reform of the ministry itself. And this is going to be a very important project because you don't need only the strategy, but you need also then who will implement the strategy. So the ministry will be an efficient and well-organized body which will fit for the implementation of the strategy. So this is the main goal. So to conclude, with this new approach to policy making, the Ministry of Agrarian Policy and Food takes the leading role in the reform process, and we wish them all success, as it could help open up some interesting new prospects for development, not only for the agricultural sector, but particularly for Ukraine as a whole country in this very critical economic context.